Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back. Yeah, uh, my name is Bronx Mike, and we're building out a superbase, a LIM system, which is Lab Information Management System. All right, this is for the use for gathering samples, doing tests on samples, getting sample types, inventory, all that other good cool stuff. So let's get started from the last time that we got stuck on the calendar dates, correct? So I got a fix for that, and the fix was it's always something very silly. I got the date format wrong. I was mixing up the date formats. So let's take a look at that. Let me see. Okay, and okay, and now we put this up here, and then we'll fade in. All right, so here we go. Make sure I'm looking at it correctly, and we are able to see it. Yes, we can, and we could even zoom in a little bit more if we want to. Correct? Yes or no? All right, let's get to it. Let's close this off. That's bothering me. All right, so the calendar dates. Let's see, what was it? All the way. Let's go to the top and make sure we got the calendar dates wrong. Here it goes from. So we decided to make a reference to this class calendar. I usually don't like doing that, but I mean it was the easiest way. And this is a plugin with from Evo, right? Mishki's plugin. I'll give you the links later. All right, so we made it. We put in a plugin, we make a reference to it, and then when we make a reference to it, we are going to here. We are going to set up filter UI here. This method here, and then what was it? Okay, right here. We got to make sure. Always make sure it's not null. Okay, so this is when we set it up, right? I wanted to set up the time as beginning as 1971. That's just default, right? If you want to make it longer, shorter, whatever, what have you, it's cool. It's up to you. All right, and then the date time format. This is what I got wrong. So I got year, month, day. That's the way we're doing it, right? And then from here we are going to do the same from the input and output. Okay, the date input and the date output. Then the date calendar. We select the date current to if day two is input is that. Oh yeah, we're setting the default date, right? Okay, and then what else we're doing here? Okay, then we add a listener. It's the default date. We add a listener, and from this listener, remember the listener parameters has to be the same as the one that's going to listen. All right. So we are listening for the date and time. Okay. Once we get the date and time from, we make sure that we have the right format, which I got wrong last time. All right. Gotta make sure we get the right format. All right. And then we assign that to the text, right? And then we apply the filter, right? So when we go back here to the main menu screen, we hear let's start press play, and that's oh no, make sure that's on the we got to make sure this is on the actual tab that we want to start. So let's see, add tab was okay, yeah, okay, I guess it's the right one. Samples, yeah, right one, samples. Come on, you do it, buddy. I'm sorry, I've been working on this filter stuff and for a while, so I guess oh yeah, you know what will help too? If we don't debug because we're good. That'll probably speed up the issue a little bit. Speed up the loading. No, still stuck on the loading. Well, anyway, while that's loading, we can talk about the health tech mafia. I got that term from some Bollywood movies, and they talked about health tech mafia. which is true, right? So it's kind of hard, especially when you doing apps. It's kind of hard for your apps to be presented to the hospitals because all the clinics, all the testing, wherever they're testing, it's because they already got locked in, very expensive locked in limbs, right? And these limbs kind of look like Windows 95. So yeah, so it's kind of hard to get this, but I mean, sometimes you have to disrupt the field in order to get what people want, right? What people want is nice looking UI, very very speedy. They want less than 3.2 seconds in updating. You could do that, and the reason why the legacy guys don't do it is because again, they're legacy. I mean, a $1 million machine has been working for 20, 30 years, and they're not going to change anytime soon. You know, this got this almost done, and so that's where we're at. Okay, all right, come on. Oh, okay, it's loading. Sorry about that. I pressed stop and it was loading. Yeah, I gotta do it again. Sorry about that, folks. So yeah, okay. So people want really fast response time. They want really really pretty UIs, right? And then once we get the all the basics down, of limbs that's supposed to be working, then we could add in the machine learning. We could add in the voice commands because people a lot of times they don't want to contaminate stuff. So because they're wearing gloves or whatever, whatnot, so they want to say, hey, they could say we could say something limbs run, um, um, uh, run, run, workload here or run whatever your workload is, right? So and then we're gonna add visual scripting. So what that is people could actually visually script their workloads because okay, somebody starts a sample, right, and then it goes to the next guy, and but who does it go to? So we need to keep all track of everybody in that uh, uh, group within the database, right? So anyway, here we go. It's nice. As you can see, everything is nice and neat. Very aligned and all that, right? If you want to change this stuff, we're gonna add a quick menu today. Also, so you don't have to. I'm gonna show you straight. Okay, now we also have this problem where this is transparent and it's going over. This needs to so this needs to be beneath the handlebars, right? So I could tell that this is above, right? So what we're gonna do is go to scroll view. We're gonna go to the container. Mm, there we go. Okay. So now, as you see, now you don't see those that faded. So, but how do we do this, right? So we need to make sure that container in the script is gonna go before before vertical and horizontal and vertical layout script. I don't know how to do that right now dynamically, so we have to look that up. So that's just one issue that I saw. Okay, so let's go back to the calendar. So the date from is 1970. You see how things change, and then I don't want anything. Okay, I want everything from there, but I don't want anything before 1/15/25. Okay, so we're gonna go here. So this is January 26th. We'll go to January, right? And I don't want anything. I want everything up to the 14th. Do I get that? Yeah, there's only one up to the 14th. Okay, so we know that it's working now. Beautiful calendar, beautiful thing. Okay, now you also can do, which I don't suggest, as soon as somebody clicks on a button, it fixes and then the calendar disappears. Some people like that, some people don't. We could put it in settings, the user settings if you want to, what have you. But for right now, I'm just gonna leave this alone. Uh, Definitely leave that alone, right? Now, we got that working. That's working great. All right. So now what we need to do is we could either build out the filter or I mean the system sample type, or we could just add functionality to it. I wanted to add functionality to the actual um, sample row, right? I just want to make sure this is sample row. This is what we're using. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Takes too long. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure that we're using the right prefab. Oh no, I didn't have to do that. I could have just looked here. Sorry. Okay, so station workflow. So we want to make sure we use the right prefab. What's the prefab? Search input, input, input. Oh, sample row prefab right here. Yeah, so okay. So this one, all right. We got this one working really, really nice, right? But we need to add some functionality to it. We want to make it so when the user clicks, right, a window pops out with all the information filled out for them already. Okay. Okay. So let me make sure that we have. I think I built it already, but just double check. But anyway, let's do this first, right? So first, in order to do that, we need to make this into we need to add a button component. All right. Now in button component, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna enter that, and let me see if I made a script for this. I believe I did. A script scene. Uh, let me see. The screen. Okay. Limbs event. Okay, both sample. Get cell view. Oh, okay. Get cell view. Okay. All right. I'm gonna move this up just just to get out the way. This is just passive. This is passive. All right. And so then, all right. So we're gonna use the event bus like we always did. We wrote the event bus for this, but I wrote a specific for let's see. I wrote my notes here. Sample row click event published when a row is clicked. Okay. Added to limbs. Limbs. Okay, so we got limbs, services, limbs events. Let me see if I think. No, that's not services. Limbs events. What did I put that thing? Events. There we go. Oh, that makes sense, right? In the folder that says events. All right. All right. Can you guys see the screen? Yes, you can. All right. So cool. So this is our limbs events. No, that's our. No, that's not our limbs events. This is our. I'm on. Is it? Yeah, it is our limbs events. Okay, so we got bootstrap events, bootstrap failed events, service events, and then we're supposed to have. Let me look at my notes. We're supposed to sample row click event. Okay, there we go. Okay, so in the limbs event, we have a sample row click event, right? And what that does is when we call this, it just sends to whoever who's listening um, the sample and what row the index is in. I don't really care about the row index, but you know, it's there for brevity, you know. Okay. Okay, so now we update the sample panel. Okay. Okay, UI. No, no, no. Make sure. There we go. Sample panel UI. Get get cell view. Okay. Get cell view. So we have a get cell view size. I know that already. Skip fit. This is all for enhanced scroller. Get cell view, and then. Okay. So we need to add an event in your detail windows. Okay. Did that already. No. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this. What was my prefab? Oh, here goes my prefab, right? Prefab. Okay, here we go. So what we're gonna do is drag and drop, blah blah blah. We got either. Lower this out so you guys can see. We could either add a sample row cell view a method, so whoever clicks on us, we return the actual data. So let's just do that here. Yeah, I like it here better because it's we don't have to make another script. You can if you want to. No, let me see. Um, data. We already have the data here. That's why. Data. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here because we already have the data here and all that stuff like that. We don't have to all. Public void display data, right? Display data. Yeah, that's good. Display data. All right, and then uh okay, so the data on sample. Yeah. My notes here. Sorry. So sample row click. Yeah. All right. All right. So in order to do that and make sure that's working, all right. So let's do this. So let's go back here, and then we look for a window that I believe we did. Sample type. No, not the sample window. Here we go. We got the sample window. Right. This sample window, if you can see it, right? Yeah, this sample window is supposed to display all the data, right? So let's just look on here, make sure that we got that it has no conflicting. So there's no conflicting data. All right, great. There's no conflicting data. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is okay, but there's several issues, right? So one is if you set this um to inactive, it's not gonna open up when we want it to. Right. So you kind of need to have a parent that will open that up and set the values to everything, right? So what we're gonna do is gonna say go back. Let me say we're gonna say create an empty parent, right? And it's gonna say sample window parent, right? All right. So now we are gonna do another script. Go figure script, right? UI script. UI script, and we are going to say that this is a sample parent, right? We're gonna call it sample parent. Just sample parent window. So we know what it is. All right. You double click on that. Okay, it's console. I'm on. Let's go, buddy. Okay. We double click on that just to make sure that you guys can see. All right. Again, sorry, it's opening up. Sorry about that, folks. I guess I got too many windows open in the thing. But yeah, we have there is a healthcare mafia. It's not really a real mafia. It's just a way of talking about it, describing them. It's that you have these places, these organizations, and you have a very good idea, correct? They're not gonna let you go in there and start messing with their nephews. They're not gonna let you there and let you take over their apps and stuff like that because they're very tight. They want money for everything, which is cool, right? Basically, it's like almost like a kickback stuff, and it's amazing. I thought it was just Indian. Nope, it's not. It's also American hospitals and places like that. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's go back. All right, so on enabled, let's see, on enabled, we want to do that, and we're going to do it on disabled too. on this enable. Okay, so what that does is on enable is after start, but starts only once, and on enable works whenever you turn on and off the object. Okay, is does oh I'm sorry. Okay, so there, not there. Yeah. Okay. So on enabled, what you get, you run the script, you run a piece of code on enable method whenever the object is set to active, right? And then whenever the object is set to deactive, you go on disable. All right. So let's start, right? So let me see what I have here. All right. So I wrote down my notes, right? Okay. Come on. Put down my notes. So whenever sorry. All right. Event bus has to be, you have to use the username, I believe that's it. Okay. So on the sample power, yeah, yeah, that's correct. Yeah. All right. So now we have to make these methods. All right. And then these methods are going to be, I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to copy and paste from my notes. Right, so we don't take so long. All right. So what you're doing, you're subscribing to the event, right? And so whenever anybody presses a button, that's it's gonna read that. So it's gonna say on sample row click, and then I hurried up and did it for sample type as well. All right. And so you want to open your sample detail window right here. Okay, and then you want to pass the data. All right. So does everybody got that? Okay. So when we click on the row, we're gonna tell the row to send a message, and he's gonna listen for that message, right? And then he's gonna open up the window for you. Once he opens up the windows for you, he's also gonna insert the the data for that row, and then you're gonna be able to see that data for that row for that window. Very easy, right? And the reason why we gotta do that is because when you run the query, those objects are dynamic. You can't actually just uh, uh, click and drag into the event. You have to do it programmatically through the algorithms. All right, so let's go here. Okay, so this is okay. So now, I haven't checked the chat for a while. Okay, everybody's cool with the chat. All right. So, but for a while, I mean, for now, for a while, for now, let's do this. Okay, so we set that listener up. So we gotta actually attach that listener to him. What was the name? Okay, sample. Am I correct? Sample parent window. Okay, we got it done. All right. So what we didn't do is this. Actually, all right. Actually, open the window. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just have a serialized field, private, come on, private game object parent. Okay, right? And so we add the parent, and when that's open, right? If parent it's not no, why am I doing parent? It's child. It should be child. It's child, isn't it? Child. Child. Child panel. We just say child or window. Yeah. Window. Window is not no. Okay, then window set to not false. All right. So let's see. We got that. So just test that for right now. All right. So then we go back. This is a pain in the ass. I know. All right. So now we go back and see my windows. Oh, okay. My editor is working. Come on, come on. All right. Let's go back to the prefab. What was the prefab at? I gotta be more organized. No, I am organized. Okay, we are on the prefab. In the prefab, we have the button object there, and then we have to set this here. And so we do edit the script. So we here in this script, and we want to display the data, right? So on the limbs, what's the limbs event, right? You could just copy this, okay? So public, let's just do this, so we don't go back and forth. All right. So what I want to do is I'm gonna say event bus, right? Event bus, is it event bus? Yeah, event bus, publish, right? And we want to say new, come on, man. Why you stop doing that? Jesus Christ. Sample, right? Row, click event. Wow, man. Jesus Christ. That was sample row event. Okay, not that. Was it? Is this one? Yes. All right. So that preemptive typing, man, driving me nuts. All right, so preemptive that. Let me make sure I'm doing everything right. Click next. Sample type panel. UI. No, that's not right. So sample event, and we need to pass it a sample and a row, right? So sample data. So it says sample data, right? And then we need to pass in the actual index of the set data. Make sure it's correct. Index. I'm not getting the index. Okay, drag and drop reference index. I'm just gonna set index as 0 right now. We don't really need it right now, but just in. Uh, yep. All right. So, and then on here, come on, let's go. Sorry, it's working. On here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass that method, right? Display data. All right, we'll fix the index in a minute. I just want to make sure it's working. Display data. So right now we have the sample window that's parent that's always open, right? With a child, we have to tell the child right here. And we just want to make sure that it opens when we want it to. And then we'll fix the other stuff later. I'm doing this. I mean, I did some notes, but I want it to be like the way I program all the time because I'm not perfect. I'm not an actor on YouTube or anything like that. Where everything's all set up and false confidence. I display false confidence. I don't do that. So so we here, right? And so when I okay, so when we click on this, this should open. Okay, something went wrong. What went wrong? 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 Simple. On row click event. Set the row to active. Let's give that a try again. Let me see what's dead. It says something. Oh, okay, okay. All right. All right. Let's close that out. Start again. So basically, you have an event that's going to be called, and whoever's listening is going to open up and do whatever you want. Yeah, it's just passing you info, and the info you do it with it whatever you want. Okay. I want to know why. Yes. All right. So here we go. We have barcode. Awesome. An exception. Yep. Objects is not an instance of sample. Okay, what object? Let's do this again. but it is receiving, well, it's attempting no. Sample is no. Why is sample no when we when we specifically, okay, so sample parent except on row clicked. Oh, okay, so I got that wrong. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. No, row click, sample click, sample data. No, that doesn't belong here. I'm sorry, folks. All right, so who's actually the okay. I get it, I get it, I get it. I'm sorry, my fault, my fault. Sample row data. All right, this is display. I don't like that. Sample row data. Sample row parent. Who was the one? It's the parent. It wasn't the parent. Scribe. Sample row click. Sample row. Yeah, this is correct. Yes, we got sample row click. All right. And then, oh, okay. I get it. Sample row view. No, sample. No, I just lost it. Sample. What's the, okay, right here. Sample row view. All right, sample row view. Set, yes, we're into sample. Yeah, sample. And I want to make sure this is working. So this is sample and all this and display sample data, right? Sample get sample data. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Come on. The hard part about debugging this is it takes too long. Things never go out smoothly, right? Who's on chat? Nobody's on chat yet. Hey, Lady Rain, you on chat? All right. Okay. Wait a minute. Why is that not running? Of course, the event, quick event, right? Yeah, it keeps saying it. Yeah, okay. So the problem is this is not running as we expected it to be. All right. Sample row view. Right, set data. This should be running all the time. I'm gonna say it here. I'm putting out set data. Maybe we're wrong. All right, let's try it again. Come on, let's go. This takes forever sometimes. I'm sorry, folks. You got it? You got it? Huh? Huh? Okay. You sure? All right. Come on, don't get stuck on me. Oh, here it goes. I didn't get stuck. Okay, I've set the data, right? So we set the data. I'm sorry, folks. We set the data. All right, so make sure, right? Okay, this is status string, data string. Oh, it's setting data not in one, it's setting it in these. Okay, I get it. I get it. So, all right, so now we have to assign the sample. All right, that's cool. All right, we could do that right now. Okay, let's let go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. So we have two methods, and one of them was working, and um, and the hand scroller was doing the other one, and not the one that we was expecting. So we'll fix that in a minute. 1 second. So All right. Okay, so we set the data and then we have to set the sample data, right? So sample data, let's see. We'll go one by one. Barcode first. We do barcode first. Barcode equals barcode. Yeah, this is silly, but you know, you got no choice. Sample. Don't fight the code. Go with the code. Type of thing. Let me see what's this. What's next? What's next? Patient. Patient. What is a patient name? Oh, okay. There's no patient name. I guess it's just patient ID. I don't have patient ID here. Patient string status. No, we don't. Okay. We just have patient. Okay, so we'll just say patient name is patient. Patient name. Well, now we really do need the ID. Reason being is because we're gonna need that ID to manipulate them in the database. But for right now, just for sample data, what's next? Type. We have type. Sample type ID. No. Oh, I guess that's what it is. Is it type? I don't think so. I think that's wrong. There's something wrong with this. Patient status is okay. Type. Sample type. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we have status. That's gonna be status. Status. Why skip a line? Because they're easy to read sometimes. All right. So then we have priority. Sample data. Priority. Priority. And then we have sample data date. Please give me a date. Please tell me you got a date. Collection date, receive date. I don't know which date it is. We're just gonna say that just for now, so we can just show it to the user. All right. So we got that, and then display the data, and then whoever's listening, which is gonna be this person here, is gonna receive the data. Okay, sample barcode. Did we put in the barcode there? Let me make sure we put in the barcode. Yeah, we put in the barcode. All right. Ready, folks? Ready. Say aye. All right, so just put a stop with it and make sure it's working. Got it? Does it work? No, not yet. We gotta wait. Got it? Come on. Hurry up and hurry up. Come on, hurry up. Right? And then we just taking forever to load. I think it's because we're chatting all at the same time. We got too many streams. Oh, come on. It's gonna make me rage more than the Super Nintendo. All right. Okay, so we have that. Okay, finally. Jesus Christ. All right. Come on. Loading. I gotta reset the computer next time I do the live feeds and stuff like that. I think this is just memory problem. We got too many windows. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. Ah, man. Okay. So anyway, so just round up what we did. We found out that this set data is the one who's actually setting the data. This is not, for whatever reason. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting, right? So now we got the barcode. We got the data. It's going through all of them. Okay. So all of them got their normal, ending, the type, blood, and the so what's this one? Barcode. Okay. So this one is wrong and this one is wrong. We'll fix that later. But for right now, I want to make sure that we got another system. Okay, so which one? Objects is not set to it. Okay, so it stopped right here. Oh, okay. All right, so this I think we have to set that to new. Okay. One more. Come on, buddy. All right. All right. So okay, okay. All right. So here we're gonna have to sorry about that, folks. Okay, so here we're gonna have to do something like this. Sample equals new. What type is this? This is a sample. Okay. Okay. Model sample. All right. Now that should be good for now. And then we press play, and that should go. It just takes so long to load. Well, anyway, why it's loading, kid? Why we had to do that? Because this wasn't. It was no, and you can't assign no, so you have to make an object. So what I did was I used um, uh, what would you call that? The type new, right? To the actual model, to the actual class. So I made it into an object instead of being no. So you can't assign no to anything like that. And the reason why this one worked was because this was an object already, and you assigned it the whole thing in one shot. So you didn't need new. But on here, you need new. Okay, come on. It takes too long. All right, so while this is loading up, this is ridiculous. While this is loading up, we'll talk about the rest of it. So this is going to send the data from here to here. And once we get that data, we're going to open up the window and then we're going to set the data. So we kind of need to reference the actual script to it. So, but we'll do that in a minute. What's the script that we need to open? Plant window, game object. We could actually even just call it game. Just reference the script file so we don't have to get the components. It's up to you. Is how you want to do it. But I think the better practice is just to make it reference to his actual class, right? So is this booting up yet? No, not yet. Right, and then we see after that how that looks like. So actually, let's go back to the screen over here. While this is loading up, oh, it finally loaded up. You see, debug is crazy, man. All right, we got that. Now, see, now we did it without. Okay, so without it causing that error. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, we have to. We're not gonna go through all the things, right? There we go. Okay, so now we got the data again, right? Okay, so this click one to see if we actually open one. I wonder why I got stuck. Maybe because it's debug. Yep, got stuck. No, it's not that stuck. Did I do a recursive error? Hope not. It'll be an example of not making a recursive error. All right, it's taking a long time. Okay, something went wrong. All right, so let me double check on this thing here. So we got our. Oh, I see what's going on. We actually got sample row display data. Row display data. Okay, let me take that off for right now and see what happens. They're all blank as you see. Oh, I'm sorry. Make sure that. Yep, there we go. So we're testing this out. Okay, so as you can see, the buttons are working in and out, in and out. Okay, so now we got to make sure that the buttons. So we here, right? We click on here, and then we drag and drop. Come on. Oh, drag and drop this right here. And then we go here and go to sample view, and that should just display data. Right? Okay. We got that right? And then we go back over here to the window, sample parent window. I misspelled that. Bad grammar. Sorry. A sample window, and we did the sample window, right? And it's a sample window listening. The sample window is supposed to be listening on sample row click, right? And we're listening for that. Okay, so that we got correct. Okay. All right. So let's see if it actually works. But now we'll work through it, see what's going on. There we go. And as you see, it's working now. So we have debug, and open the window, set the window to true, and we should get a window right here. And as you can see, I'll take the stopper off and run it again. As you see, this pops up, okay? But we want to make sure it pops up with the data. So let's try it again, right? So click any one of these, see, it popped up. It pops up really, really quick, really, really quick. So on the sample window here, we have to make sure that we get the data in there. So let's look at the sample window content. I think it was here. Drag. No, that's not here. Content. Okay. Saved. Custom list, custom area. Edit. List. Nope. Any script for this thing? Script. Any monitor, scroll bar. Edit. Did I attach any scripts to this? I believe I did. But let's see. We have the actual content that's saved, right? List view. We don't have no content. List view. Text. And say text. List view. List. No. All right. So we have to make some scripts for it, which is cool. All right. That's nice. Whatever. New ID. New sample panel. Pre-roll date from no, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Sample type. And no, that's not it. Row view, no. This order. This order. Okay. So now we have. So we want separate scripts for all these. All these, right? Sample. What was it? sample parent. It was sample parent. There we go. Sample Windows parent. Sample window. I think I'm gonna sample edit. What should we call the script? Sample edit UI? Yeah. Sample edit UI, right? Okay, now we have an issue, right? So, do you want it to be automatically editable data once the window's open? I could see people making mistakes, or we could just show it static and then could just press edit and it goes there. I think that's what we're gonna go with. All right. So then we have this. Just take a look at it. Right. So we have this one. We can either save it. It's already in edit mode, right? So let me see this. They have other panels here. So we have the panel save panel. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so we have other panels here. We have the save panel. Where is it? Save panel. Turn that on. Okay, that's saved, right? See, we could turn this off. Okay, so we have the edit. Okay, the edit's automatically on, right? Right, but then we have the save panel. And I think I like this better. Yeah, so we want the save panel here. And we want to insert all the data there, right? So when you saved it, should be a button here. This button. What's the button? What's the button to save? Okay, here goes the save button. And that is supposed to go from, oh, here goes the actual script. No, there's no script for it. Oh, that's weird. I thought I did a script for it. Hmm. All right, so what we're gonna do is gonna write a script for just this one. This I'm gonna call it display sample UI, right? I'm gonna call it that. Display sample UI. We're gonna call that. Okay, so it's gonna pop up here in a minute. Come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, so let's just get this type here, private. What is this type that we use? Oh, right here. I don't want to do the input. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, we just want to display the data. Okay, let's get the type that we're supposed to be using. So the problem with this is you're gonna have to reference. But right now we know what we need to do, right? So we just need. I'm gonna put this here right here. So right now, okay, right now we are only sending this bit of data. Correct. We're only sending this bit of data. We have to rework a lot of this stuff, but we'll get through it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do this. Copy and paste that right here. All right. So then we got that right. So yeah. Yeah, sounds. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, you're right. It is like we're rehashing a lot of the. Yeah, I get it. But problem is we have to separate the scripts because the less amount of code we have, the less amount of bugs, which is true. But we have to differentiate from what's a prefab and what's a display type of thing because they may be different and they may be the same. But hmm, yeah, let's give that a try. Let's give that a try. So sample display, yeah, save it. But like you said, you are correct. Okay, let's delete this for right now. I know I'm going backwards a little bit, but let's delete this for right now. The chatter is correct, right? why not reuse the sample type prefab stuff to for the display? I say it may be different, but yeah, he's correct. All right, so hurry up and get this done. You're done? Okay. All right. So this done. Okay. So okay, so let's go to the prefab. Okay, I deleted that. Let's go to the prefab. Most of prefabs. Prefabs. What was okay, here we go. All right, so yeah, he wants us to use this drag and drop cell ref this sample row view. Okay, sample row view. Yeah, but it's we have to rename it something else because if we double okay, but we'll do that for right now. Okay, let's see because panel save, right? And then we're gonna do sample row view. I think yeah, it might work. Yeah, sample because we are saying that that's what the sample is, right? So okay, so barcode will be right down here. So we go barcode content, right? And then we'll go to patient text, patient name. That's down here. I'll put that here. And then we're gonna say type text, type text, type text, type text. Type oh the actual type. Do I have a type here? List sample name. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Sample name, sample ID. No type. I forgot to put in a type in there. All right, so we'll do this. On the status, we put in type, and then we'll do ID, content, and that's good. All right. So then we go back up here, panel saved, and then we say type, and then we say status, and then we say priority. Priority was priority. We have priority. But we don't, we just add it right now. Yeah, we have priority. That's the content right here. And then we have the date. The date, the date, the date. I'm gonna say the created date. I don't know why it just called the date. All right. So then on that calling class, this the parent, right? Sample parent. All right, let me get the name of it again. Oh, here we go. Sample parent, right? What's that? Sample parent. Oh, we're just gonna reference that. All right. So then when we finally get that, we're gonna say open child and sample row view. If not equal to no, always check that. But no, you never know. And then sample. Did I make those sample row view? Barcode text. Is it? Okay, sample row public. Oh yeah, we made it public. Yeah. Row text equals. I know it seems like we just passing data from one. Well, that's what it is. Sample barcode, right? Text, right? Am I correct? No. Oh, text, barcode, text. Text. Yeah, correct. Got it. All right. We're making some headway here. But then we need the patient text. Okay, right here. I'm just gonna do this because it's easier. Patient text. Let's say patient name. We have to, you know, this is what happens when you plan ahead too far. All right, so then we have not patient text, but type text. Right, and then we want to type. If we actually got to type. It says ID, but through it. Again, we gotta refix. We gotta rename all those. All right, man. Type text, status text. Oh man, status text. No, I'm thinking about what I gotta do tomorrow. But get through this right now. Priority text. Priority text. Priority. Yeah, we gotta fix these. I mean, when you name the column names or even you have to name them the same. If not, it gets confusing. I'm just this is what I'm doing is bad, but I mean not so bad. But you know, we go back and we rename all these things. It has to be the same name as the that's what we're calling state text, date. You know what I'm saying? This is confusing. All right, let's see if it actually works. And then, do we have a reference to that? Yeah, we have to make a reference to that. We have to drag and drop the reference, which I put on panel saved. You could put it anywhere you want, actually, and it'll work. But you tend to put it one on the object that is actually needs to be on. Hold on, we're waiting for this. Just me adding that code is just slowing down. Well, anyway, so uh, there we go. It loaded up. All right, cool. All right, sample window parent, and we need a reference to that. There we go. And now let's run it. This close it, close this out, and then we run it and see if it actually works. So we need to add a quick menu somewhere on there, just because it's just easier. The tech lab guys are going to want a quick menu. If they don't want to dig deep for all these deep seated menu stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. So okay, here we are. We're here, and then when we click on any one of them, we got it. You see sample 808 patient ID. We got to fix that. Patient number 8. There we go. All right, and then we have a description if you want to do a description, right? And then yeah, and then if you want to, we'll take this out because this is just what if you want to put edit. When we hit edit, it'll flip to the other panel, and then what it does, it'll fill in the data for you, and then you can edit the data that way. We could do that next section. Now, yeah, and it's working. Oh, great. So what we got to do is actually add instead of what we did was we just grabbed the data for the columns, right? But we really want all of the data. So we have to do that next time. So we get all the data. We don't have to fill in the columns with that data, but we want a full set of data for that sample, right? And not only that, we want the history for that sample. So that's another panel that we got to build, and then we want to do that, right? But for right now, I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make once you got a basic